Hey guys, so today in this video I'm drawing a few more pictures of Ponafina. Uh and I say a few more because like Ponafina I drew like 5 times, right? Like I drew it 5 times on a different device, and then it ended up being this thing where like, well, I was trying to screen record it, right? So the screen recording on the other because like the device is so old, or like it's older, it like lags, right? It like lags while I'm drawing it, but it also lags while it's like screen recording, because I guess it takes power to actually screen record and draw at the same time. And yeah, it just wasn't really like it wasn't fun to watch, so I ended up having to get like another device. But then like I was able to actually screen record that, and then it was great. It was able to like actually not make it a time lapse, but make it like a recording where I could actually just like draw and then like have that be recorded. So that was pretty cool. And now like here are the other 5, I guess, that I drew from like the last time, if you wanted to see that. And now we're pretty much moving on and drawing like 3 more. So but you know what that is though? That's like, this right here is progress. It's progress because actually, it is progress because for the first time I actually feel like I found something that I enjoy. Like, I mean, for like the first time in a while, right? Like I've actually found something that like feels like something that I would want to do. I do like the idea of practicing and drawing things to try to make them better. Here's the thing. So like editing kind of like sucks. I'm not a fan of editing, at least the way that I was doing it before, right? Like now it's like maybe this could be better. I know it's like necessary for like videos, like it would be helpful if I did them, but it just seems like the way I was doing it before, I wasn't having so much fun. So like now I'm trying to like I'm trying different ways to like actually make videos and see hopefully like which one's like the better way to do it. And then maybe if it could actually help you, or if it's something that you enjoy, that could actually be great too. And that would be good. But yeah, hopefully this is like something that would be better. So guys, I see this as like bringing you guys along with me with like the bringing you guys along with me through like the design process that I'm going to be going towards. Like, because like when I say like the important thing about this is like, I think I found a way that I can actually like try to like draw and try to improve my characters, but also like do it in a way that's fun, right? And then I had the idea at some point. I was like, yo, maybe I can just like bring you guys along with me, and you guys can like just watch it from beginning to end, like however long. That's the thing, is like there's no like time, what do you call it, like time limit of how long it's going to take me to make these characters like better or like closer to what I want to do. And if you think about it, guys, the first time that you actually draw something, I don't know, like maybe I'm like, maybe there is some people out there that draw something and they're like, yeah, this is perfect the first time it comes around, right? Like you guys are like happy with the first thing you make. That usually doesn't happen with me, right? I draw something, there is pressure. There is a lot of pressure in trying to make something perfect on the first go when it comes to like making a video. Like if I'm like, oh, let me make a video of a monkey, right? Let me make a video of a monkey, and it has a banana for like a sword or something, right? And I want that monkey to be perfect in that video, and then I want to release the video and be like, hey guys, watch this new monkey character with like a banana sword thing, and this is a new character that I made. Like there's a lot of pressure in making that character perfect on the first go, and that isn't something I want to like I guess force myself to do, right? Like I like the idea of making a video where like I make a character, but I also don't like forcing myself to make something perfect and then be proud of like, and think that I'm proud of it, or like try to make myself believe that I'm proud of it when I'm really not. Things take time, right? So instead of like just making a video like that, which I might be able to do that in some other way, when I feel like I'm closer to what I don't know, like maybe I could do that with like something I actually don't like necessarily. That's the thing. If I don't care too much of like the end result, if I'm like not so invested in it, and if it's like a challenge and it's like supposed to be fun, then yeah, I can probably do that, and then that's actually an idea for like the future. But when it comes to like something I really care about, like I want this character to look good, right? It becomes this thing where like I'd rather practice it and rather draw it multiple times, and that's where the idea comes from, right? Like, here's this journey of like making this character look better and better, and then closer to what I want it to be, and then maybe I'll like release more information about it like in the future, like in different videos. Like there's so many different kinds of videos I can make with it, but this right here, guys, this what I'm doing right now is literally just the process of me like trying to make it better and trying to practice it, trying to draw it in different ways just because that makes me happy. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe it helps you guys because like maybe you guys are able to see the journey and you're like, oh, you can make your own characters, or oh, this is how I draw this, so maybe like you can have like a maybe like some kind of insight, or like maybe it helps you draw your characters in some way. I don't know, but like you get what I'm saying though, right? Like here, like this is just like, hey, I'm inviting you guys to watch like me make a character and improve it, kind of thing. And you know what, that's gonna be cool though, because like I'm going to like make a whole bunch of different characters, and it's going to be starting from like scratch sometimes, and guys, it's gonna look bad. Like I'll tell you what the idea is and I'll tell you what it is, but like it might even look like not so great, like scribbles, like and we'll talk more about that in the future, right? But like it'll go from that to like something better, and then I don't know, it just becomes like this whole series, so it's kind of fun, right? What else do I got here? Nope, I already talked about that. So I talked about that. Just okay. All right. So I guess that's pretty much it. So here we go, guys. And maybe it was already drawing. I don't know. So the first thing. Okay. The first that's up, right? Like is this card right here. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, hold on. There's a card. It's over here. Okay. So this, here's the thing. Ponafina, it has like the shape of, not necessarily the shape, right, but like the stature, or like the size, I guess you could say, of like Chikorita. It might be even taller or bigger, but actually it's just like tiny and cute, right? But like they have like similarities, I guess you can say. So like Chikorita is something that I can like, what I can do with these characters. Okay, so when I'm doing like these practices, oh my English, man, during these practices, right, I like using Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards is fun. I just realized that I liked using that, and this is because I just tried it. So like trying a bunch of things might actually get you to like understand that you like a bunch of things. Isn't that weird? I figured out that I like using Pokemon cards, and I mean, yeah, I could probably like just throw in a Gyarados card, right, and be like, oh, let me try to replicate this pose and see if I can draw a Ponafina or any other character in that pose, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be close. But for these ones, guys, I did use Chikorita, just because it was close in like stature and like close to like, and like it was similar, right? Like similar in like emotion, moving, and size, kind of thing. Like when I think of like, again, the banana monkey with the sword, right, or with the banana, that makes me think of like, oh, maybe Apom, or like maybe Mew, kind of like it just, and then but then you look up a card, and then the card can kind of like show you, hey, or you can figure out a pose that you like from that card, and you can kind of just make something similar. It doesn't have to be exact, but it could be something that's like, hey, this is kind of fun to do. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It adds to the fun of like the whole practice session, because you know what it is, guys? If I just draw this character in different ways, I don't know, it just doesn't seem as fun. Like I like the idea of replicating something that I enjoy already. Like I like Pokemon. Pokemon is, fun, and I like being able to incorporate something that's fun and something that I like into these practices. It makes it a whole lot more fun, right? So with this one, you can see that, well, Chikorita in this whatever card, I don't even know what card this is actually. It looks like something that's not actually a Pokemon card, but it looked like a promotional something. Anyway, or like one of those older cards that didn't actually, I guess, have like a long life in terms of like they kept making it. It was probably just like another kind of card. Anyway, in this card you can kind of see, or Chikorita is pretty much like jumping, right? Chikorita is like, or not jumping, but like it's like running, I guess, like it's running towards you. So the thing with this one is that, is this gonna move? Yeah, it can. Okay, so the thing with this is Ponafina is pretty much going to do the same thing, right? Like it's going to be like running like a horse. But in this one, I actually don't make it exactly. Like I don't draw it exactly like the way it is. And that's kind of what I like to do, like here and there. Like sometimes, like even if like I'm replicating something, I don't always like to copy it 100%. Sometimes I like to change little things here and there, just because it's fun to like not make the same exact thing, but like change it a little bit and into a way that you like it. During this actual drawing, I think it happens with this one, actually, guys. I don't know. Like, maybe it was... No, it probably was this one, actually. Yeah, so the tail. I was actually really, really happy with this tail. The The thing with the tail, with the other ones, is that I wasn't actually drawing the tail that consistent. I was kind of just trying to like figure out what, like, a lot of this was just trying to figure out what I wanted the character to look like. So even though like the first or the second or the third drawing had a certain tail or a certain style of the hair, you know, it's like, it's more about like drawing it in different ways until I figure it out, right? And then with this tail, I was so happy with it. Like, I actually really liked the design of this tail, and it's definitely something that I like close to 100% want to keep going forward. Like, I just like this tail a lot. So that's part of like the design process, I guess you can say, is that once you figure out something that you really like, there it is. Like, now you have that, and then you can move forward and keep doing that for like the next ones and the next ones. That's just the idea I think I'm thinking of having. What else did I say? So yeah, I'm actually gonna keep that. Oh no, that's not it. Okay, yeah. So tail was amazing. The hair, the hair on this one. So no, like, I actually really like the hair. I think that the hair was actually really cool. The problem with the hair, is that it's a struggle, right? Like, it's been a struggle since, like, I guess the first few times that I drew it or whatever, or like the first few times that I tried to draw it, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Like, the earlier pictures of drawing Ponafina, the hair has always been a struggle for me, just because like it can look fine, right? It can look fine from like from the angle that you're looking at it. But the problem is when you turn around, like when you turn the character around, it's like, I don't know how the hair will look like if Ponafina's looking straight at you. I don't know what the hair would look like in terms of like that forward look, like the side, how much it extends to the side, and the top going towards the back. So this becomes a struggle because it's like I can't really keep it consistent with how I want it to look. I don't even know how I want it to look, actually. That's the problem. And I don't know how it looks like towards the sides once I have it the way I want it to look. So if you notice in here, it kind of makes sense. Like, I just don't, like, I mean, I like how it looks, but again, a turnaround of this character would probably just be like hard to make sense, right? Like, it doesn't make sense that much, or I just don't know if it would look that as great if you were to turn it around. So the hair is something that I'm going to continue, like I was struggling with back then, and it's still something that I kind of want to, I guess, improve or like try to figure out, because it's not necessarily where I want it to be, if that makes sense, right? But this is one of my favorite ones, though. I do like how happy it looks. Like, it like, overall, even though, like, again, it's not gonna be perfect, but like, it's like, it just, like, there's so much emotion in this. Like, it just looks so happy, right? It looks happy. It's like running. It's kind of like jump running, I guess you can say, and it is closer to like the size that I want it to be. This was like something that I really liked. The tail, just I like it, right? It's so cool. So for this next card, let's see if I can find it. All right, so this next card is the one. This actually, it's one of like the original Chikorita drawings, if you really think about it. They did make it into a card, but it's like, this was just like an original art already. Like, this art already exists, and some Pokemon cards have that, right? With this art, this pose basically, I don't know. It looks like, is it a confident pose, or is it like a sassy kind of pose? I don't know. Well, the character is Ponafina looks, the character is supposed to look happy, right? Happy, but like, just, like, I don't know, just standing and like, kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know if it's confidently. I don't know. But again, in this one, I kept the tail because the tail is, something I was like really happy about. Actually, now that I'm looking at both of them, I feel like the first tail was better just because it like goes down and it goes up. Oh, interesting. So I might keep it like that in the future, actually, guys. I did try to like make the neck longer, but then I was realizing like towards the end that like, I don't know. I don't think I like that. Originally, like, the neck wasn't as long, right? Like, the neck didn't extend as much, and I actually lowered it a little bit during the drawing process anyway. And it's just, I don't know, like, it doesn't feel like something I wanted to keep, but yeah, it doesn't feel like something I want to keep. I was like trying to redesign the hair on this one because, again, like I was saying before, that the hair just seems to be something that like doesn't, it's not like easy to keep consistent. And I'd like something that I'm able to like do it as a turnaround, to where like it looks great all like turning it in any kind of angle, and not just like great and like when you're looking at it from the side. So, and it doesn't actually look the way that I want it to. Like I don't actually end up doing what can you say, like something that I'm wanting to keep, right? This ends up just being like, hey, I tried something and it does seem a little too big for what I want it to be, or it takes too much space, but and it goes a little bit too much towards the top. It's a little different. I tried it, but it just, it wasn't. I still have some work to do on that, I guess you can say. Talked about oh yeah, and we already talked about the neck, right? Like the neck wasn't something that I wanted to keep. Just it's too tall. Like like the neck isn't supposed to be that long. So I tried it and just it's not something that I want to keep. What else is there? Yeah. Okay. So it looks too big. Like when I look at this and I look at the other ones, like it just like this one, it looks too far, a little bit too far away from what it used to be. The thing with Ponafina is that, well, okay. So Ponafina was supposed to be this horse, this water horse that was like, it's supposed to be small. It's like a baby horse, right? And it's supposed to be cute. But the problem is, I guess I was kind of like moving a little bit away towards like its original design, where like it was smaller and it was supposed to be like more of like a tinier horse. But with this one, you can see like the neck got like bigger, right? And it just got like bigger. I don't know. It's too far away from that. So like this next one that I'm drawing, I try to go back to the original design. The original design was, again, it was a tinier horse, and it was supposed to be this cute little horse that like that didn't even like have like too much of a taller or bigger horse shape. It was just supposed to be like a cute little horse. So I do go back to like the design in a few ways. You'll see. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about the card pose, by the way, before we move on with this one. So the card pose on this one, it's this card. Chikorita in this one is looking up, right? All right, so the pose is looking a little bit towards like the upper direction, you can say. Right, like it's just looking up like towards the sky, I guess you can. Is that how that's can we say it like that? Oh, you know what I just noticed? Wow. I messed this up, guys. I drew the pose looking up, but I also drew the character in the wrong direction, which is interesting because then now that makes it a little bit more original. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's okay when this happens. Like, it's okay when it's different. The idea of using cards is like, hey, use it as a direction. But I didn't realize that I drew the body in a different direction. Interesting. Okay, so back to what I was talking about before. I do like the original design. The original design, the issue with it, again, was the hair, right? I liked it. I actually really liked the design. The water stream that goes around the tail might have been a little bit too much. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to keep that, or maybe that can be something it just does, like, every now and again. But the hair, right? The hair was like the issue, is because like even though the hair looks good when it's just looking forward or like moving its head a little bit, when it looks straight at you, it's just like, I don't know, like it doesn't seem to have volume on the sides of its head, like of the hair. It just like, it's kind of like a sort of like almost like a mohawk going back, and I don't really want it to be like that, right? So I have to figure out how to make this hair like have a little bit of volume towards the side. But that was the issue with the older design. But you know what? That was pretty much the issue, though. Like, everything else was fine. Like, I was okay with like the way the horse, the way the body looked, and like the way it like smiled, and even like the tininess of it was just like, I liked it. So I did want to go back to that, and that's actually what I ended up doing, right? So the face shape is different. If you've looked at the other ones before, you can see that the face shape in this one's a little bit different. It actually has a square shape, I guess you can say. Like, it's a little bit more square shape. Again, staying truer to like the older design. And again, not that it's my favorite design. Like, actually, I think it's okay, but like, I I was trying to keep it closer, right? Closer to the other design, even if like even if like I liked the other ones in other ways, like well, in some ways, I guess you can say I was trying to keep it to the closer to the design. I just wanted it to look a little bit more like the other one, the older one. So it has a square head shape, and the hair was a little bit influenced from like the older, like the new designs, just because I wanted to see what actually could be different, or like how could I make that hair different, because that is like a major goal of mine with this I guess these practice sessions, is trying to just figure out how like this hair can actually like fit, and how to like make it as something that would actually like work with this character, right? The water bubble around its tail, actually, okay, so the older design actually had like the had a water hair flippy, right? Had like a little hair flippy, but it was like a water one, it was like made of water, and I did like that back then. I did like that was part of like the design back then, so I wanted to try it again, and that was really cool. So like I'm actually I'm interested in keeping that, but at the same time, the water bubble around the tail, even though like it doesn't have like that stream thing anymore that I had last time, because that feels like putting the stream actually feels like a little bit too much. It feels like the tail is a little bit more, I guess you can say. I don't know. Does the tail have like more personality? Like the water flippy hair thing, like the water hair flippy, I liked it because it gave personality to the character, but the water stream, the water stream that went around the tail also gave like personality, but like, or the water stream was also something, but like it feels like the tail has enough personality, or like enough shape to it, where it's just like I don't know if it needs that anymore, right? Like it may just be a little bit too much. So, but the water bubble, the reason why I bring it up though is the one around the tail is, it feels like it balances the design a little bit. Like if I took that away, then like the hair flip on the top and the bubble around its collar, it just feels like it would be like off balance, I guess you can say. But like there's enough water on like the design or around the character that makes sense, and I like it. So that's kind of why I put that bubble there around the tail again. But again, the tail makes me so happy. Like I'm glad that I was able to put this tail instead of like, the older one, which, I think that this one's better. I like that shape so much. Let's see what else we got. Okay. And here's another thing, guys. Have any of you guys actually played Super Mario Wonder, like that game? I mean, like, yeah. So like, have you guys actually played that game? If you notice, like during the game, if you look up in that game, Mario's looking up, right? Like he's just looking up, and you can actually make his head like tilt up, and then because he's like looking towards the up direction, right? And that's kind of what I see like Ponafina doing right here, is just like it's doing that like same action where it's like looking up, and like you're tilting the thumbstick up so it can like look up. It's so cool. Like, do you see that? Like it kind of makes sense, right? And then what else we got? Okay, so that was pretty much like the third design, or like the third one, right? So now, like, going back to like now that we can like, I guess, like see everything, right? The first one, again, guys, I really like that first one. I don't know, it's just like the emotion in that like just seems so awesome, and I think that like I like how it looks. Like I really do. I think it's the head shape, actually. Like I think the head shape kind of like makes sense to me. Like I like that. And I think I want to like move towards that in the future. The second one, just like, it's not my favorite. The pose was like really cool, right? Like I like the pose, but it's just like it's not my favorite out of like the designs that I've like done thus far. So like I don't there isn't much I'm gonna be keeping from that. But like the last one, like that one is great. Like I like how that one looks. There is like more room for improvement, I'm sure. Like, it's like, but like it is closer to like what I want it to be, right? So that's pretty much where I'm at with that. What else do we got? Yeah, but that's pretty much what this is for. It's just like trying to like figure out like how this character is going to look, and then just trying to improve it in a couple of ways, and then get it to a point where I can actually like, make more, I guess, content on it, right? Like make more about it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of that. But yeah, this was just like a fun little video trying something new, I guess you guys can say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys had a fun time in some way. Take care, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.